Take a wild guess at what we're playing on the channel today. Just take a huge guess. It's ERLC. it always is. It's never anything different. I'm doing another sort of like helpful video, I guess. Sort of, you know, like a video that will help explain things. If that makes any sense at all. Basically, this video today, this video that I'm doing just now is basically going to explain to you how I managed to get my 1.4 million, and basically how you can get a similar amount of money. Even if you don't want like 1.4 million, you can still get like 500k or a million, or like even just 100k. But really quick, before we get into this video, I want to make sure that you guys know to join the Discord link in the description. We have a great community there. We're great for RPing on here. You know, we're on here relatively often. So if you are interested in, you know, coming and RPing with me and talking to me and stuff like that, I'm really interactive in the Discord server. So if you do have any questions for me or anything like that, just make sure to join that. Okay, so let's get into this video then. What we're gonna do, we're gonna talk basically how I managed to get my $1.4 million, and then I'm going to explain to you how you can do it as well. What shall we drive today? Let's go with our Hellcat. It's been a while since we've driven our Hellcat. Okay, so obviously the first obvious way that I managed to get a lot of my money is just by playing the game. If you aren't aware, about every 10 to 15 minutes or so, you get about a $1,400 check just for being in the game. So like, you know, like every 10 minutes. So, you know, so if you manage to do the math here. So here, let me pull up a calculator really quick. So obviously it's not always going to be $1,400. So say we have an average of $1,300. If you're getting that every 15 minutes, so let's first divide 60 by 15, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So you're getting paid $1,400 times that by 1,400. There. So you're basically getting around about $5,000 every hour just for playing the game. If you average if you get on the game and play for an average of like 3 hours, which a lot of people do, that's $16,000 right off the bat, like from 3 hours just from playing the game. So say you do that, and you say you get that, and you play for 10 days straight, 3 hours every day. That's $168,000 just for playing 10 days for like a couple hours for 10 days. Like for like not even 2 weeks of playing the game, you just play it every day for a couple hours, you'll be rich by the end of the week. Like that is only from playing the game. That's only one source of income. And look at that, $1,200 from that one, $1,400 from other one. Sometimes you can get like $1,600. Like, it can really vary. And that's been a big source of income for me. It's just playing the game. Like, getting money from like being online and stuff like that is a huge one for me, because I play this game a lot. I mean, I don't play in public service anymore, but I did before, and I always played in public service because I couldn't afford to get a private server. And so I would consistently play in public servers. And, you know, like, that's how I managed to get the main source of my, like, the main income. So that's basically how I got, like, $600,000 of my $1,400. Like, almost half of my money just came from me playing the game. I guess the next one, making money, the quickest way to make money in this game is to have, you know, an occupation, a job, you know, something that you're doing something for. So, if I was to join the police, if I join the police team here, one, you get paid for being on duty. So not only do you get paid for playing the game, you get paid for being on duty as well. Or actually, I think it might just be one or the other. I can't remember exactly. But not only that, you get paid for arresting people. You get paid for, you know, being in a pursuit, like things like that. You get paid for all of those things. Like, so if you were to, say you arrested someone who had a 4-star wanted level, you're going to get like $1,000 for arresting them. It's almost like a bounty. But you get paid for being on duty. I'm pretty sure you get paid more for being on duty than you do for not, like, for being just a civ. But I can't say 100% for sure. Not to mention that when you're on duty, you also get XP. So that's a good way of getting XP, is just being, like, on shift and doing things. So if you're playing for 3 hours a day for 10 days, you're getting paid slightly more, I believe, for being on duty. Plus, you're getting XP for being on duty as well. Like, you're getting 10 XP every 10 minutes as well, which I know isn't much, but it's something rather than nothing. So, the next one is, you know, obviously, you know, like when you're on shift and stuff like that, arrest people. Actually do what the job is there to be done for. Like, just do what the job title says. So if you're a police officer, then go and be a police officer. Like, get into pursuits and arrest people and things like that. Like, you get paid for doing all of that. Like, you get money for arresting people. And it's the exact same thing for when you're on the fire department team. Like, if you have fires to go and put out, then go and do it. Don't just wait for someone to come. Like, obviously, you know, I know it's an RP game, so don't, like, if you have an RP that you want to do, then go and do it. But if you're able to go and put out fires and you're able to go and like, you know, help people and things like that, like you get paid for that, you get XP for that. Like it's all of that is worth it. You have to go and like actually do what the job title is. So if you're a firefighter, take your fire engine and go and fight fires. Like if you see a wildfire, like say, God knows, like say a house is on fire or a building is on fire or whatever, like go and put the fire out. You get paid for doing that. Now this next one is personally not one that I have ever used because I feel like I feel like it's a waste of money personally. But you can buy money with Robux. Like it is something you're able to do. You can get cash here, yeah. So like you can get like 750,000 for 1,800 Robux, which I don't know. I don't recommend it. I feel like it's not really worth. I don't know. It's not worth it, to be honest with you. It's not worth, you know, the $1,800 or 1,800 Robux that's giving you. I mean, it's 750,000, yes, but that can't even buy you the supercar or anything like that. It can't buy you like a Bugatti, because Bugatti obviously it's like it's $1 million. And so you can't buy the Bugatti even if you get this. Like this is, I don't recommend it personally because it's also like a pay to win thing. You pay like Robux to get the best car in the game, and then you can't be caught by cops and stuff like that kind of thing. You know, I feel like it's personally not the way that you should go. I feel like Robux are just it's just a waste of Robux, to be honest with you. Like, don't get me wrong, if you love this game that much, like I love this game so much that I've made an entire channel out of it. But like if it's ever at a point where you like, I don't know, I guess if it's ever just like at a point where like you're just that desperate for money, then go ahead. Like I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I don't recommend it. Now these next few things I'm going to say, these are basically just like tips on how to save money after you've gotten it. So like, again, so the best way to get money in this game, do what the job says to do. You know, go around and be a police officer, or go and be a DOT, go and be a firefighter. Like those things, those job titles are what gives you the money. If you're going around and doing what you're supposed to, DOT would probably be a relatively easy one to get money for, because you got to tow vehicles, you take them back to the DOT building, you drop them off, you get paid. Like it's pretty simple. But you know, like, you get paid for being on duty and stuff like that. So come on and play the game and RP and, you know, like actually start getting into the game. You'll get to a point where you played it so much that you don't want to play any other game for a while. Like you just want to grind on this game, and it's going to be super fun. And then you finally get enough money for like, I don't know, a Corvette or a GTR or whatever. Like it's a car that you want. And, you know, it just feels so rewarding because you saved for it. You know, it's something that I recommend doing. It's just grinding on the game. Like there's no easy way to get money except Robux, but like there's no easy way to just get it like that without spending Robux. You are gonna have to put in a little bit of work to get there, but it's so worth it. Anyways, these next couple things I'm gonna say is basically how I've managed to get to 1.4, 1.5 million and then keep myself there. Because as you're aware, every video you've seen, I've been at 1.5 million and I've never dipped below. And I have driven the Bugatti, and I've driven the Corvette, and I've driven, you know, like all of the really expensive vehicles, and I'm still at 1.4 million, and I guess it's probably kind of confusing, but no, I don't cheat on the game, no, I don't buy more money, but when you get to that point of money, like, unless you're specifically looking for XP or something like that, go into a private server. Like, it doesn't save when you go into a private server. If you go into a private server, then you can RP with whatever car you want. Say you get to 1.5 million, and you buy the Bugatti, which I'm pretty sure is 1.5 million, then there you go. You can RP with that Bugatti for as long as you want, as long as you're in the private server. And then when you leave, you'll still have your 1.5 million because it doesn't save. But something that I seriously recommend is going into private servers. If you're on the game specifically just to do RP and whatever car you want, then do it in a private server because it doesn't save when you spend your money. So save up money in a public server, get XP in a public server for sure. But when you get to a high rank and you get to a high amount of money, jump into private servers all the time. You know, like if you go and spend money on gas, that's not gonna save. You buy a new car that you're gonna RP in, that's not gonna save. You go buy like a police vehicle that you want to patrol in for whatever reason, it's not gonna save. That's how I do it with all of mine. I don't actually own the Corvette, but I drive it every single video because I play in like private servers. Like it doesn't save. It doesn't bother me if I go and spend $700,000 on a car because I know for a fact that it's not gonna save. So like I own a very small amount of cars, but that's mainly because I used to play in public servers, so that's why I own cars. If I had never played in public servers in my life and I had 1.5 million right off the bat, I would never have played in a public server, and I would never have bought a car. But obviously I did, so like, that's why I own them. But I seriously just recommend not buying things to own them. Like, jump into a private server, do the RP you want to do with that car, and then leave the server and it doesn't save. You still have your like 1.5 million or your 700,000 or whatever you've saved. Because I seriously recommend doing like private servers. And there's plenty of them too. Like, if you go into the servers menu, you'll see like so many servers that you can join and do RP in. Like these ones, you got like basically like 10 or 11 servers that have got like 20 people in it. Like which is as much as a public server. Like, you're not missing out on anything by going into a private server. I have one more tip for you to share to save money, and that is do not buy expensive vehicles. Do not go and spend $700,000 on a car. Like, sure, if you want to have a car that badly and just keep it forever, then sure, why not? Like, go and buy like the expensive car that you want. But like, here, I'll be a civ. I'll show you exactly how many cars I have. Look at this. Look, okay. For the expensive cars, I own the Dodge Hellcat, which was like 100,000 maximum, and that's the only expensive car I own. I don't own the Mustang. I don't own the GTR. I don't own the Corvette. I don't own the Lamborghini, and I don't own the Bugatti. But I drive them because I go into private servers and do it. Like, I don't spend my money on supercars like this because it's a waste of money. Like, you're working all this time to get all of this money, and then you go and blow it all in one car. It's not worth it. So I just tend to keep it. I tend to keep my money, and I go into private servers if I want to play in these cars. If I wanted to have this car all the time, that's fine. I just go into private server and then drive it I just buy it again every single time I go in, and I know that I'm not losing any money. And I think it's just worth, mentioning, like, go into a public server, get your XP, get your money, whatever, play the game how you're supposed to. But as soon as you've gotten to the point where you have enough money to make yourself happy, jump into private servers all the time, and you can RP in whatever car you want because you've got the money there and you're never going to lose it. So, I mean, I don't own, very many cars. I own 5 cars max. That's it. Only 5 cars. These are the 5 cars that I bought while I was in public servers, playing in public servers. That was it. That was all I bought. I didn't buy any other cars. The rest of them I just buy when I want to buy them. It's not in a private server, so it's not something that I really need to focus on or anything like that. And I think this guy's trying to kidnap me. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna do it for this video. I thought it might be helpful just to let you guys know how I managed to get so much money and how I managed to keep so much money as well. But yeah, so I mean, if this video did help you out at all, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next